All right, welcome everybody to another episode of ChatLoopBackOff. Today we're looking at Knative with Chad. Introduce yourself, and I'll be in the background with you, Chad.
Hey, Chad Crowell here. I am a platform engineer at Civo, also the founder of KubeSkills, which helps people get educated and improve their skills in Kubernetes and containers. Yeah, happy to be here and stumbled my way through Knative, so we'll see what happens.
All right, you could just take it away.
All right, so let's do this. Let's see if Knative has any docs. Is kind of my first step. So let's Google Knative, see what we got. They do have a web page, so that's good. And so I'm going to look for the docs section of this web page to get all through all the marketing stuff. So let's see, enterprise level solution to build serverless. Try the tutorial. Let's do that. Try the tutorial. I always love a quick start, so let's do that. All right, follow this quick start tutorial. Quick start plugin. You can use this simple Knative deployment to try out commonly used features of Knative serving and Knative eventing. I recommend that you pick the topics in this tutorial in order. All right, Knative quick start environments are for experimentation use only. For production ready installation, see the YAML-based installation or the Knative operator installation. Okay, sounds good. We're ready for all things dev. Before you get started with Knative Quick Start, you must install Kind. Got that. So I guess let's get that cluster started. So Kind, create cluster. Hopefully it's just a one node cluster. So Kind, check. Kubernetes CLI, check. Yep. Knative CLI, KN for instructions, see the next section. You need to have a minimum of 3 CPUs and 3 gigs of RAM. Should be good there. All right, so hit a period on your keyboard to move forward. In the tutorial, use comma to go back. Cool, so I hit period to go forward. All right, so we got all those things. We need to have the Knative CLI. So install Knative CLI using Homebrew, perfect. So let's try it. Copy that, paste that in. Let's see how long it's been since I updated my brew packages. Not bad. Oh, I thought for a second it was gonna make me download the Xcode, which yeah, hopefully I won't have to do that because that takes like hours, I think. All right, so yeah, installing newer command line tools. Yeah, okay, so I'll skip that step. And so, yeah, hopefully that looks good. It's in my cellar, so that's good. Let's flip back and let's bump this up so y'all can see better, I guess. That would be nice of me. All right, so installed KN using Homebrew. Run the Knative Quick Start plugin. The Quick Start plugin completes the following functions. Checks if you have selected Kubernetes installation, creates a cluster called Knative, installs Knative serving, installs Knative eventing. To get local deployment of Knative, run the Quick Start plugin. All right, so using Kind, perfect. This is almost too easy. So KN Quick Start Kind.
It always starts too easy.
Yeah. KN. Okay. All right, so I spoke too soon. Jinxed myself. Unknown command, quick start for KN. So KN help. And do we have quick start? No, we do not. So let's see. Is there anything similar to quick start? Not really. Interesting. Okay, so start user port 80. After the plugin is finished, verify they have cluster named Knative. Let's see what the Minikube side says. Okay, quick start. Run the quick start plugin. Maybe it didn't grab the quick start plugin. Oh, here we go. I skipped this step entirely. So that explains that. Another package we got to install. Okay, now we should be able to do this. There we go. So it's creating a new cluster, even though I just created one. That's cool. So the name of the cluster, I think it said it's going to be quick start, right? Okay, so I can run this and see. Installing Knative serving. CRD is installed. Need the on hold music.
Yeah, this is suspiciously smooth.
Yeah.
I went ahead and pasted the URL to the docs there in chat if you're following along.
All right, cool. Now let's have some fun with serverless and event-driven apps. So I have two clusters now, kind and Knative. So just to preserve the memory and CPU that I have very limited of on this computer. Yeah, so let's just have the Knative cluster. All right, next steps. So I'm going to hit the period to move on. Knative functions provide a simple programming model for using functions with Knative without requiring in-depth knowledge of Knative, Kubernetes, containers, or Docker files. Knative functions enable to easily create, build, deploy stateless event-driven functions as Knative services using the func CLI. When you build or run a function and open container initiative, OCI format container image register. Each time you update your code, you can create functions using the func CLI or using the kfunc plugin for cool. Good to know. Installing Knative functions. So you can install Knative functions either by using the func CLI or the kfunc. So let's do. Yep. So let's tap that. And then install it. Okay. Okay, I haven't installed it before, so I can skip that part. Instead of your upgrading previous version, installing the kfunc CLI plugin. You can install the Knative functions as a CLI plugin by downloading the executable binary for the system and placing it in the system path. Download binary for your system from the func release page. All right, so let's do that. All right, so let's go down to the assets and let's grab the Darwin ARM 64, which is me. And just copy this and download that. And so rename the binary to can-func. So can-func.
Interesting that they didn't put this in brew or put it in the same tab.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So move that to can-func. Yep. Interesting. Chmod plus x kn-func. And then as method variant, for example, move the external to a directory in your path. So this should work. So, and yep. And then verify this the kfunc version. Hey, that worked. Okay. 3 for 3. Creating a function. After you install the Knative, you can create a function project by using the functcli or kn function plugin. So let's do plugin 1 and can create, and then the language, and then the function name. Okay, so let's do that. So language, I'll do my favorite language, Go, and then let's call it Go Func. Go function and users. Okay, so in my home directory, Go Func. Cool. And I followed the example. Okay, created a Go function. All right, so let's move on. After you've created a function project, you can build, run, or deploy a function depending on your use cases. Running a function. Run a function creates an OCI container image for your function before running the function in your local environment, but does not deploy the function to a cluster. This can be useful if you want to run your function locally for testing scenario. Okay, makes sense. For exits, you have Docker daemon on your local machine, so you probably have quick start installation. The run command builds an image for your function if required. This runs instead of deploying on a cluster. Cool, understood. So we're not deploying to the cluster yet. We're just running it locally. So running the function locally by running the command inside the project directory. Build them. So inside the project directory, go func and func run, and then the registry. Provide the registry flag. You can force rebuild it. Yeah.
Did it put something in the directory?
Good question.
Just interested what's in there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got some code. All right, so if you've not yet built the function, you will need to provide the registry. We already built the function, so we're good. So we can just do func run, and then note the coordinates for the image registry can be configured to the environment variable func registry as well. Using this command also builds functions necessary. Yeah, so let's do kn-func run. Kn-func run. See what happens. A registry for function image required, for example, .io, registry for function images. I suppose I could do my .io. Will that work?
That's cute.
Yeah, still building.
This is fantastic.
Whoever built this CLI was very clever.
Yeah. So what do we think it's what do we think it's doing in the? Oh, never mind.
I think that it's based on this Go code. It's building a function and then packaging up, building the container or a container image out of that, and then pushing that to the container registry.
Okay, so you were already logged into your Docker creds and all of that stuff. I'm wondering for the people still following along. Like if I wasn't logged into Docker Hub, would have prompted me to do stuff, right?
I assume if I wasn't logged in to Docker, it would have prompted me for my credentials. But yeah, it looks like it was built and pushed, so that's cool. So yeah, maybe a Docker login command before all this would have been helpful to show, but it also said it was building it locally though, which I guess it's not deploying it to the cluster yet, so it's just pushing it to. When I think local, I think everything is being local. So just.
I'm wondering, is it expecting you to go to the open your browser?
Okay,
or
so
is
it's
still...
listening.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, you're right. I think I don't get my prompt back, so it's opened up a port on my localhost. Must be. All right, so using this command also builds function. You can force a rebuild. It's also possible to disable the build. You can verify the function has been successful using the invoke command and observing the output. So I assume I have to leave this shell open, and I'll open another shell. All right, and then what did it say? Func invoke. Let's see. Oh. So I have to be in that Go func directory, I think.
There we go.
There we go. All right, so we got a acknowledgement back. Accept encoding. Hello world. So sounds good. Not quite as not quite as pretty as the expected output, but that's okay, I guess. Or I guess I should have done the kn func invoke maybe. Same thing. Cool. All right, so let's keep going. Deploying a function, creates an OCI container image from your function and pushes container. I'm a little bit confused about the what it's actually doing. I don't have a lot of information here, right? So run the function locally. If you have not yet built, you provide registry. Okay, the coordinate image registry can be. Okay, you can set a variable. That's cool. Build false. Okay, I guess I could have done the build equals false to disable the builds. You can force rebuild. Also possible. Okay, nothing about the exposing a port, I guess, but it's okay. Or about the registry. All right, so okay, receiving requests. So yeah, it's listening. All right, show must go on, I suppose. So deploying a function, I take that to mean deploying to my cluster. Image to your image registry, we already did that. The function is deployed to the cluster as a Knative service. Redeploying the function updates the container image. Functions that have been deployed to cluster and are accessible on the cluster just like any other Knative service. You have a Docker daemon, are the prerequisites. you have access to container registry, you're able to push images. Note that some image registry is set newly push image to private by default. If you're deploying functionality, you may need to ensure the image is set to public. Pretty sure my image would be public, but
yeah, I could try to pull that. Toss me the URL.
Oh yeah.
The audience wants to.
So here it is. So let's try this and
go fuck :latest.
I guess we'll do it in the
We do have some questions about Knative. I don't know your concept expertise, but I'm going to go ahead and toss our first question up here while I try to figure. I might need to log in. I can't just pull that :latest without.
Oh, I don't see it here, so that either means that it's private or that it didn't actually push to this registry. So if I search for Go Funk, yeah, not found. Interesting. I wonder if it started a registry, like a local registry. So if we go over here, usually the registry is like on port 5000 or something, right?
Yeah.
A lot of images here, but yeah. So here's the Go Funk one. Yeah, weird. Didn't say anything about like starting a registry container or something.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have a registry image in my image list here.
Did it just push to it locally? Is a container running?
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Go Funk latest. It's a running container that yeah, port 80 exposed. Interesting. What that last bit says. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, now I messed it up.
Ganatax asking, why are we looking at the images? We just want to see where it pushed because it said when we built the function that it was pushing it to index.docker.io. And that's what we're assuming.
Yeah, so the to back up a little bit, the prompt when I ran this kn func run, it asked me, this was a prompt registry for function images, and then it gave me an example, so I just followed the example, docker.io/chatmcrawl, which is my Docker Hub. But going over here to Docker Hub, don't see it. Func go. And then, yeah, so it's apparently built the image and then ran the image, which is different than pushing the image to a registry. So I'm not sure what it means by, I guess I'm assuming, making assumptions based on the word registry. So cool. Yeah. So let's, for all intents and purposes, let's just assume that it needed that for, something to tag the image with, and then we saw it in our image list, and then we saw it in our running containers as well. So yeah, there it is in the list of images, and then here it is running, and it's exposed port 8080 locally. So yeah, it is. I guess it is staying all local. And then going back to what we were kind of originally after in terms of testing our function before we deploy it to our cluster, we're that's why we did that. Can func invoke, and we got a response, so that's cool. And so we have successfully, even though there's little detail here, we successfully built, ran, and I guess we're about to deploy our function. So we're halfway through that. So let's go ahead and deploy to prevent any further delay. The deploy command uses the function project name as Knative service name. When the function is built, the project name and the image registry name are used to construct a fully qualified image name for the function. Okay, and here's that registry tack on again. All right. So I'm kind of getting the gist of like how this documentation is organized. It seems like they like have what you're doing, kind of an example, expected output, and then down below here it seems like there's more of a step-by-step. So that's interesting. I think that's good. Verify your function. Okay, so let's just do it. So I guess I can get my prompt back, Control-C. And so I wonder if that, that stopped my container. So if I do, oh, it deleted the container. Interesting. So I know, the container that we just showed here, the GoFunc one, it's no longer running, nor is it stopped and running kind of in the background, or kind of what would you call that? There in the background, not running. So that's interesting. All right, so let's go ahead, and it said that it did the same thing. So it's going to do that same process, but instead of running everything locally, we're going to push to our cluster as that last step, and that's what the deploy command does, apparently. So let's try it. So kn-func deploy registry, and then I'll give it the same registry, I suppose. I wonder if it caches, and so we won't have to watch it build again. So docker.io. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's the prompt to provide your Docker Hub credentials. All right, so let's do this without showing you my credentials here. Oh, very smart. I like that. Oh, shoot. Please provide credentials for image registry index.docker.io. Incorrect credentials. What credentials does it want? Index.docker.io. So let's see. All right, so let's try to force a rebuild, I guess. I'm not sure what it wants. So I'll do try to get this up here. There we go, so you can see better. So rebuild is the flag, or build. Interesting. Oh, email address. That's a good point. Let's try that before it rebuilds. Oops. Let's go over here. So, oops. Oh, I just showed you my password. Damn it. Okay, change that after this. Copy that again. Index.docker.io. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well, let's try it. Build. Doesn't say anything about the registry. Let's see. So let's open this in a new tab and see if we can find any more information about the
Yeah, I'm wondering if you
registry.
Docker log in prior to that and have that all set up, if it will just automatically grab those creds.
Yeah. All right, so this is the event registry. It's not the same thing, I don't think. Event registry. Deploying images, private container registry. Okay, here we go. This seems... You must have cluster, create an image pool secrets object, contains your credentials and lists of secrets. Oh, okay, this is an alternative to what we were doing, maybe? Image pool secrets. I think this is still different. Registry. Did say something about the registry up here, right? The coordinates for the image registry can be configured through an environment variable as well. Using this command also builds the function if necessary. You can force a rebuild of the image by running the command. Okay, so we did that. So I guess we should have set the func registry environment variable as opposed to just taking the defaults. I suppose. Yeah, I wonder if... oh, it's asking me for a username again. Doubt this is going to work.
I'm digging through the docs as well.
Incorrect credentials. Maybe I should just try docker.io. Let's see. So index.docker.io. Nada. Registry.
I'm trying to find a live sample because all the docs that I'm seeing just put registry in brackets. I just want to see what the actual...
Oh, yeah. image registry. Deploy images by registry. This is one we just looked at. Docker server, Docker email, Docker username, Docker password. Don't necessarily need to use a private registry, but
okay, I think I have something for you here from it's a GitHub issue in the Knative Func repo. This person is doing func deploy -- registry localhost : 5001.
oh, that's yeah.
They just set
That's
up
if
the
I have
wrong.
a
Right. Okay.
Docker run and then or Docker build -t, and then no, I can just run this. Docker run, and then the name, registry. $5,000. Ports are not available. Already in use. Already in use. Push.
I'm not finding anything on this.
Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay. All right. So maybe deploy. Let's get back to that. Deploy command. You need to run registry locally. Pretty sure I just had to push Docker out. Oh, my account. Yeah, try the Docker login. Oh, I was hoping it would. Still nothing. All right.
Yeah, I feel like some real world examples here with examples pushing the registries that people use would help out in the docs.
Yeah. The coordinates for the, oh, we were just there. Commands. This one has a full URL. -R. Okay. Registry and -R are the same, I suppose. That's the GitHub. Maybe it does want the full address, maybe.
That looks like a repository, though, not a registry, I think.
Oh, yeah, specify repository.
Oh, for like a template.
Function project. Yeah, it's different, I suppose. Okay, and deploy. Here we go. Let's see what happens if we just don't use it at all. Oh, that's right. We did that before. Yeah, we already read that.
Okay, so I'm finding issues on GitHub that mention that it doesn't give you an error message if the input is problematic for inputting the registry address. 1 second. You should provide just repo/org and not repo/org/name. A name will be generated for you based on function name. So what did you input before? It should have just been.
So we've tried docker.io. We've tried index.docker.io. So, but that's the registry. So you're saying there's I could specify a repo somewhere, like a GitHub repo, right?
I don't know. He's using Quay.io as an example. So he's typed in quay.io/case scales is his name. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Some associated bugs here. 1 second. I'm spelunking.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, register should either be namespace or registry/namespace. The name of the image will be derived from the function name. Okay. I'm like dying for a Docker Hub example.
Yeah, right.
That's all. I need one Docker Hub example.
So Docker login, I already did that. Oops.
Yep.
So I'm logged in. What's my org name?
It should be your username. It should be docker.io/chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Here are all my other images.
Registry. What a weird place to get stuck. This seems. Oh, there's an image URL inside func.yaml, it looks like. Might want to look in there.
Oh, okay. If this doesn't work, I'll try that. Failed. Connection refused. Well, I got further than ever before, but it didn't push my image. Knative deployer failed to get Knative service. 59376. Connection refused. Oh, weird. So just have my kind node. Knative is still away from it. should I have left the function container running? Knative deploy failed to get Knative service. Although the command it cannot automatically connect to a cluster. Make sure to log in to the cluster and the correct project and then rerun. So log into the cluster and the correct project. Maybe that's it. Strange. So something's wrong with my cluster, apparently. But I see the node is running. Config view.
Yeah, so the other ways to install it, that was the quick start plugin that we're trying, but they also have, they just have the raw YAML that you could just deploy, that you could just kubectl apply.
Okay, so there's a YAML somewhere
Yeah.
in here.
I know if you go to installing, then on the left it goes install the Knative CLI, which we've done. Install Knative using quick start, which is where we're failing. But that one, those right there, serving and eventing using YAML.
So installing Knative serving using YAML files. Okay, I like this.
Yeah, but this is we're really running short on time now, and see if you click. Yeah, like Knative serving the installation files has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 6 separate YAML files. Andrew Thompson is asking if you can list the current context.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound.
Okay, config, current context, kind. Oh, maybe that's why.
Oh.
Set context.
Antoine says he's looking forward to episode 31. Yeah.
So it's
yeah. Let's switch
context.
it and see if.
So set context, and then we want the I don't see the Knative
Yeah,
one.
shouldn't it be go
Weird.
dash funk?
It should be Knative because when I do kind get clusters, I have a Knative cluster.
Says kubectl config current context. That's what Andrew recommends.
Yeah, the current context just gave me the kind one. So kind. So I'm trying to switch over to the
Okay.
Knative cluster here, but I don't seem to have a context for that. So, geez, maybe I'm thinking maybe I should just go back here to the beginning.
Hold on. Let me just give you his few here. Let's see what we can do with 3 minutes left.
Yeah. Creating a function. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did that. CLI, and then this is what created my cluster, I think.
Yep.
Knative. So.
Yeah, Igor's saying just create a new one.
Yep, and then let's call this go function. So create the function, and then maybe it was in a previous step where it built the cluster. I can't remember which step that was. CLI plugin. Creating a function, just did that. And then hello.
You don't think just a func run will?
Now we're back here.
Here we are again. All right, this is the last one, and then we'll call it and think about a part two. So what we covered today, we built it locally and it ran. The boilerplate all worked.
Yep.
Just got a little bit confused there with the. I think the wording confuses me too, because coordinates to a registry, right? Like, is that a common term? I would have thought, put in the FQDN or whatever the thing is.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen more examples, or in the help. I don't think I looked in the help menu actually. Maybe the help menu provided some examples, but examples are always nice.
I was, while you were here, I was scouring every inch of the docs, but I wasn't able to find anything. Yeah, Antoine says that was a way to tease us. So thanks everyone for tuning in on this one. We definitely got stuck here, but we've made some good progress, and maybe we can revisit this in the future a little bit. Chad, where can people find you and do all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so you can find me in the KubeSkills KubeSkills community or in the CNCF community.
Yep.
On the socials, I'm Chad M. Crowell. My middle name is Michael, so don't forget the M. And you can find me anywhere.
Crowell. Like this. That's you, right? Yeah,
That's
I think
me.
I'm
Yep.
following you. Yeah, thanks for that. And then we'll look at doing a part 2, see if we can get something up and running. But thanks for coming in, Chad, and thanks for listening in, folks. We'll try a new one next week and see where it goes. We have about 45-ish days or so, I think, until KubeCon Salt Lake City, and then our first ever KubeCon India in December as well. So if you are headed there, we look forward to seeing with you. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream now. Chad, stick around. Thanks, everyone, and have a great week.
Bye, everyone.